Hey everybody, again, this is Freedom Voice. I want
Yeah, Freedom Voice Online. Shout out. We need to do a live stream of Freedom Voice Online too, y'all. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. It's down in the description on YouTube. TikTok, if you want to watch the video with us and find um all these creators and stuff. The Mystery Project on YouTube. But Freedom Voice Online, he's rad. I need to do a live stream with him. Let's do it.
to go ahead and sort of look at the medical examiner report for Mica Miller. And I just have a couple questions. It says decedent was found prone submerged in river beside tree limbs about 100 feet from casings. And I want to underline 100 feet. It says no signs of physical struggle at location of casing. Decedent was removed from water by law enforcement in a boat and brought to the bank of river. Bank of river was muddy and heavy brush and with briars. And again, a lot of very interesting points is, they had to actually retrieve her with a boat.
Cheryl, thank you. Stacy, I have no idea. I don't know why that happened. They changed the audio on it a couple times and muted them. I don't know why. I have no clue.
So my question is, why would she walk out in the water where a boat is going to be to commit suicide? That's first question. Second question, it says, at 1911, a 9mm SIG pistol was removed from river approximately 5 feet from bank using a magnet and serial number on the gun matched the gun case found in decedent's car. So there are several questions here, guys, that I don't know. I'm just trying to understand myself how this all fits into a self-unaliving event. And the first question is, how does the casing get 100 feet away from the body? Like, that's quite a distance. That's question number one. Now, question number two would be, why would Mica Miller go all the way out in water just to end her life, like where a boat would have to retrieve her? The third question is, why did it take 4 hours for them to remove the gun? It says at 15:42, the decedent's car was identified at Lumber River State Park. Okay, that's 15:42. That's like 3:42 in the afternoon. But it says at 1911, a 9mm. So that's 4 hours from the time when they located her car in the parking lot. 4 hours. And the next question is, how were the casings found? If the pew, as people call it, was found in the water, and it sounds like the casings were not found in the water. Like, how does that work? How does that pan out?
That is very weird.
Kind of interesting. Now, going to the next page. Now, on this page is where I have real questions. You can see it says there that their tattoos were identified as signature of JP, tattoo of birds, tattoo of pure words, pure and humble. But when we get up to the image of the head, I just have some questions regarding the entry and exit wound, because this would determine, in my mind, it would determine whether or not it was a self-unaliving or a murder, in my mind. Now, I'm no authority. I'm no expert at this, but I just have a question. Now, you'll notice here the body diagram of the head. Notice where it says, the entrance wound on the right was found 4.5 inches from midline of head. And then the exit wound on the left was also 4.5 inches from midline of head. Now think that through. Because I'm thinking it through now. The entrance wound is right over the ear. The exit wound is right over the ear. And they're both 4.5 inches midline of head. That would mean that she had to somehow have the pistol
straight
and her elbow level in order to get such a straight lateral projectile
But she was in the water
through her head.
also?
That's very difficult for a person to do by themselves. Now, if someone was standing next to her, I can see this. I can see how this could happen. But imagine someone holding a pistol, by themselves. Your elbow is not going to be level with your head. And it's very difficult to get that type of entrance and exit wound, in my mind. If you're doing it by yourself. Again, if someone was standing next to her, then this is very easy to achieve. But I would think that if she was doing it herself, if it were a self-unaliving, that the entrance wound would be above the ear, but the exit wound would be probably somewhere at the top of the cranium, at the top of the head. And I just want to kind of put up some pictures to kind of show what I'm talking about, because to me, this deserves some question. It's very difficult to achieve that in my mind. If you were to stand in the mirror and hold your finger up to your head, it would be very difficult to get your finger level. I mean, this is a level lateral projectile going through her head. And I'm thinking, if it's
and not to mention the recoil from the firearm. Like, after it's fired, it's not going to stay like this. It's going to recoil. So you would think it would come up a little bit, right?
self-unaliving, it shouldn't be level and lateral like that. It should be almost sort of going in an upward rotation or an upward travel. The projectile should be going up instead of straight across it. That's the way I think, because it's very difficult, again, to get your elbow level and hold my thinking is that she would have to turn the weapon
Right, Cheryl, thank you.
upside down if she turned it upside down. But you see what I'm saying here. When I think about a self-unaliving and I look for an entry and exit wound, I think about something because, the way the arm is the structure of the elbow and the arm makes it very difficult to have that. And according to the diagram here, as well as the medical examiner report, the entry and exit wounds were both level. They were both at the same location. Even the diagram is not quite level, but according to the writing next to the diagram, I would imagine they measured it, but it seems as though they're saying it's a level lateral projectile through her head. So I don't know.
Very strange. Good point, Freedom Voice Online.
Well, comment below and let me know what you think. To me, it almost even proves that, it wasn't a self-unaliving, if we take the facts here at face value. Until next time, take care.